Hey everybody, Bo here. Hey, check it out. I'm getting involved in another project. So in this video, I'm going to take you down the road of my project here. I got these handy dandy little brackets for a pull-out drawer that locks in place so it doesn't come out. There's a reason when you live in a house you collect things, so I'm going to use this as leftover from my ceiling in the cargo trailer. And I've got some 2x4s laying around. I'll show you the rest where it's going in a minute. Let's get into it. All right, well, this is my Bodega refrigerator. A little smaller, but more space than my other refrigerator. I absolutely love this 12 volt. Anyway, the project is, I've got this space on top. So I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna mount a 2x4, like an open box that goes back and around, and then I'll screw it in here and there, and then I'll mount these on top of that and make a drawer that pulls out. I don't know how this is going to come together. I'm going to kind of just do it as I go along, but I decided I'm going to use 2x4s. I could probably use something thinner, but I want it to be sturdy and not move around because it's going to kind of float on top of that refrigerator. Okay, so I took this plate off, which had my water pump switch, as you can see. So I'm going to have to relocate that switch, and there is not much room because this is a thick 2x2 or 1x1, 2x2. So I'd have to drill a circular through it, which is possible. I don't know how I'm going to finish this up yet, so we'll see how that goes. But it's 17 inches, so I got to count these. I got to cut these to 17 inches, these two, and then I'll measure across, and then I'll put a back on it, so on the back, and then I'll screw it into here and screw it into there, and then I'll figure out my next step of making the actual drawer that pulls out and how I'm going to finish this so that it looks good. All right, well, I made a box. And I'm not really an experienced woodworker. I did take wood shop though. So I basically just screwed 2 screws in each side. I drilled them first. And that's the best way to do it, is drill them first and then put the screws in. So I drilled one, put one in, drilled one, put the other one in, and then boom, boom. And this is going to sit on top of the refrigerator. And then I'm going to tie it into the cabinet with 1 screw. I can't tie it in the back because there's nothing to tie it in, but since it's on top of the refrigerator, I think it's going to work out well. So then these will get mounted like that. And the big challenge for me is measuring and getting the dimensions for the inside drawer. I've never done this before, so learn from my mistakes. Math may come into it. They say you won't use math. Well, you use math in electrical, you use math in calculations, everything. Anyway, all right, well, we're going to get to it. Wanted to show you this, so like I said, this will just tie in, and I'll make the box for the inside, and it should be that simple. Then I got to figure out the front facing and where I'm going to put my water pump switch. I think it's going to fit right in between the two, but we'll see. Anyhow, away we go. Oh, by the way, these are rated at 260 pounds. So when you pull them out, you can get your screws in here. And then that, when you hold the lever down, will come completely out. And then you attach it to the drawer and then slide it back in. This is out of my comfort zone. So we'll see how it turns out, but I think I may have bit off a little more than I can chew. But I do love these brackets, slide outs, locking. All right, well, I got it all screwed in. The screws, the wood screws they gave you are great. Went together really nice. And then if you hold the lever down, this will come completely out. So now I got to build the inside drawer. It's not going to be as big as I thought it would be, but hey, a drawer is a drawer. So I'm going to have to cut this, make it smaller widthwise, and then cut it, make a drawer, and then I got one spare piece for the bottom. All right, well, the method to my madness is, after I've got everything measured out and cut, I'm gonna drill this, and I'm just gonna screw it in like that. The bottom is what's really gonna hold it together, and there's the front place, so, and hopefully this is all gonna work out. Okay, gang, I built a box and got it mounted. It's not the prettiest thing, but all I wanted was functionality. I was hoping it'd be a little bit bigger. This may be overkill, but I have never done this before, and all I did was screw them, drill them, screw them, and you know, it all worked out with all pieces I had from around the house. This is actually my ceiling, leftover varnish from my ceiling. So that's why I don't throw certain pieces out, because you can turn them into others. All right, well, there it is on top of my refrigerator. So now I got to tie it in. So I'm going to drill here and drill there. And I'm going to put these in. I'm not going to put them in all the way because they're a little bit long, but I don't have anything that's long enough except those. And I got to tell you, this refrigerator, man, I love it. It's got a light. It has a little produce bin. And I also like that all the doors are deep and they have these wire things on there. Oh, and there's lips. Freezer's great. So we're really happy with this so far. And it's nice because it has a light. Most of them don't. But so what I did was I put a switch on it, because even if it's off, the light still goes on. And right now I don't have it running, because I figured, why have it running if I don't really need it on? So I have a breaker underneath the sink that turns it off completely. And if you ever have trouble with the Bluetooth app on it, that's all you do is pull the fuse, or just put a breaker on it. So I'm going to get this mounted and then see if we can do a little demo. Then I got to figure out how I'm going to do this part, because I have my switch. So I can probably cut that down. I'll cross that when we get to it. But right now I want to see if it functions. We need functionality. You know, it's something I could put silverware. I don't know what I'll put in there. I really wanted it for dishes, because I don't like the dishes being down below there. I wanted it for dishes and silverware. That way they were right there. But we'll see. You know, you just have to use stuff and figure out what's the most convenient spot for the most convenient thing. This is where two drills come in handy. We have one as a drill and one as a drill bit, or a screw bit. All right, how do you like my little spacer? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take that one out and put a new one in. Because I think there's got to be a little bit of room on the bottom. That way it's not scraping the refrigerator. Ta-da! Got the other screw in so it all matches up. To be honest with you, it came out better than I thought. Nice having this already varnished and ready to go. Keep those scraps sometimes if you can. But it's nice how it locks in there. Now I just got to figure out how I'm going to finish this up. I'll cut a little piece here and have it come down, and then I'll figure out how to get that in there. Ta-da! Well, it's a miracle I got this done. I had my doubts. I didn't know if I could pull this off. I thought maybe I bit off more than I can chew because I'm not a cabinet maker and I'm not good at this kind of stuff. As you can see, I just screw everything in. But you know why I like that? Because I can unscrew it and take it apart just as easy as I put it together. And that works out good a lot of times. Like this, I just got this switch. It's an upgrade because the other one I was forcing it in and I think I must have shorted it out or something, I don't know. But anyway, this new switch, I like it because it's waterproof. And when you're washing dishes and your hands are wet, we learned on the other switch you had to use a towel because you get a little zap. With this one, it's waterproof, so we don't have to worry about it. Here's a drawer. I had some leftover flooring, vinyl flooring, and I thought, hey, I'm just going to use that. That'll be easy. Easy to cut, easy to manage, easy everything. And so, pulls out. We got our plates, we got our silverware, and we got plastic bags. And those are the things that we use the most. Cooking utensils are up there, knives are there. Do have steak knives. And then it just locks in place. So I'm very happy with it. I think it came out great. I had to build it as that U, mount the hinges or the brackets. And then after I mounted the brackets, then I built the box inside of it. It was the easiest way for me to do it. And then I just mounted the whole thing in. Could have been a little more flush. I thought I could tweak it, but I'll show you one area if you can come in. I don't know if you can see. It's a little wider over here. It's about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, probably 1/4 of an inch off over here. But, you know, I'm happy with it. It's functions. And that's what I wanted. I wanted functionality. I wish that I could make everything look super pretty. I guess you could if you just glued it on, but I hate glue because these things can get warm, and my experience with any type of glue is they end up just getting too soft and pulling off. But that's not all glues, but just some. But yeah, it was pretty easy. I'm happy with it. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe if you can. Help me out. I appreciate it. You know, this is just to give you some ideas. I think these are invaluable for any type of van life, cargo builds. You can use them so many different ways. This is rated at 250, 60, 260 pounds. It's just plates, so that's overkill, but works perfect. This refrigerator I'm extremely happy with. I got it running, and what I do is I keep the freezer full of 4 of these. That way when it's on, they're completely frozen, and that's going to help keep it cool. And then if I need to put something in there, then I just take them out, put them inside there, or throw them in the back cooler. So we always keep a back cooler full of ice with all our beverages, and then we keep our food in here. Works out fantastic. Rolling Thunder, cabin on wheels, gourmet kitchen in the front, cantina in the rear. Anyway, that's it from here. Till next time, this is Bo. See ya!